The intelligent invoice processing solution is complete. Let's test our solution and review some runtime and unified observability capabilities. In this demo, a business user submits an invoice. Business and system operations teams gain valuable insights into the performance and operation of the business process. This demo illustrates several use cases and critical capabilities. Here are the top 3 takeaways. We provide out-of-the-box experiences, including forms, work lists, and analytics, so business users can perform their jobs more efficiently and effectively. Business operations teams gain insights into the performance and effectiveness of automated business processes, such as average processing time, bottleneck analysis, and business process variance analysis. And system operations teams gain insights into the technical performance and readiness of automation solutions, thanks to monitoring, auditing, and logging tools that help them keep everything running smoothly. Our demo begins when an employee receives a supplier invoice for equipment that they ordered. The employee opens the invoice web form from the invoice processing application and uploads the invoice to the form. The OCI Document Understanding AI service extracts the invoice data and highlights missing data and low-confidence data extractions. The employee submits the invoice payment request to their manager. We upload a second invoice so that we can show both the approval and rejection paths. The department approver is notified of new tasks. The approver reviews her first task, determines that it meets the department's policies, and approves it. The second task doesn't meet the policies, so she rejects it. Behind the scenes, the process application invokes the publish invoice event integration to continue processing the invoice. At any time, the business operations team can gain powerful business insights into the invoice processing application. You can see statistics, including the average processing time. View process details to see a process variance diagram and perform bottleneck analysis. Let's leave the business team and check in with system operations, which ensures that the automation solution is up and running. Unified observability provides project-level insights into the operation of all components in a solution. Teams monitor integrations, robots, B2B, and decision services in the project where they were created. Here, we see 4 integration instances that ran. Let's recap them. The process application called the Publish Invoice Event Integration, which raised an invoice event. The Create Invoice Subscriber Integration called the Get PO Details Robot, the AP Policy Decision, and the ERP Cloud Create Invoice Operation. Oracle ERP Cloud Business Events raised a Create Payables Invoice event, which was handled by the Invoice Payment Integration. That integration called the Payer FTP Send Integration to begin processing the 820 Payment Advice document. Let's review the activity stream for the Create Invoice Integration. The activity stream shows how messages move through an integration. We see where the integration called our Get PO Details robot. We can drill down into the robot activity stream to see those details. Navigating back to the integration activity stream, we see where we invoke the AP policy decision and the create invoice operation. Since we activated this integration in debug mode, we can review the payloads. The subscriptions tab shows the create invoice integration as the only subscriber to the invoice event. Heading down to the B2B components, we view details about how the 820 payment advice document was processed, including the message logs and document payload, plus how the processing correlates to the integration instances. Finally, the Integrations tab provides an overview of the automation solution, including the number of integration instances that were received, processed, completed successfully, and errored. Remember the invoice that the integration created? Here it is in Oracle ERP Cloud. In addition to OIC project-level observability, Oracle integration components stream runtime logs to OCI logging and include reporting dashboards in OCI logging analytics. These dashboards provide operational insights for a tenancy, including a fleet-wide view of Oracle integration instances and their components. Let's look first at the Health Overview dashboard, which shows details about our entire tenancy. Our tenancy has 3 Oracle integration instances, and we can see details for the last 7 days. We see numbers of active integrations, integration instances that ran, errors, and more. Charts show the instances with the most traffic, the most popular integrations, details about inbound and outbound requests, and invocation times. On every dashboard, we can also filter to see what's happening for a specific instance or even an integration. Let's move to the Integration Insight dashboard, which is useful for confining analysis to a specific automation project or solution. Find a specific transaction identified by a business identifier in an integration. Get in-depth visibility into the key business metrics that are defined in integrations, plus a visual chronology of the actions that created these events. Let's do a quick recap. This demo illustrated several use cases and critical capabilities. The top 3 takeaways are the out-of-the-box experiences plus valuable business and system insights. In this last section, we briefly discuss additional capabilities that are critical to system operations teams. We'll cover the OCI API Gateway, our API catalog, and our one-click disaster recovery. Here are the top 3 takeaways. We've enhanced our API management capabilities with options to simply publish integration endpoints to the OCI API Gateway. We've added an API catalog service. Project administrators can seamlessly import some or all project components into an API consumer portal where developers can request access and test integration APIs. And we've enhanced our disaster recovery strategy to include Oracle-managed one-click provisioning of secondary instances, automatic data synchronization, common regionless access URL, and one-click failover from a primary to a secondary instance. Earlier, we published an integration to the API Gateway, which routes and transmits find requests to the appropriate backend services. We govern access to these integrations by applying policies to the API Gateway. Access policies apply to all integrations that are published to the gateway and cover security, rate limiting, request response transformation, load balancing, and more. Each gateway can protect 1,000 APIs, including 20 deployments per gateway and 50 routes per deployment. We can also create multiple gateways, allowing us to create custom policies for specific integrations. Let's take a look at the finance deployment, where we see the routing rule for an API. This deployment allows 1 request per second. We also see the API's URL. To test access to the gateway, we copy its endpoint URL, open Postman, and send a request. In Oracle integration, we can confirm that the gateway successfully received and processed the request. Back in Postman, we can test the rate limiting with a run of 10 iterations. Oracle integration accepts the first request and returns a 429 for the others, as expected. As we've seen, the API Gateway is yet another effective tool for protecting an Oracle integration instance. You can also publish an integration's APIs to the Oracle Integration API Catalog through a partnership that Oracle has formed with Digital ML. Simply import a project into the Digital ML catalog. Preview the catalog view of the project, including its different types of integrations. You can import all integrations in a project, but we're going to import just one. The import is fast, and then you can see the catalog view of the API, where you can review its methods and attachments. Everything looks good, so we'll deploy the APIs to the API consumer portal, which makes the APIs available for consumption. In the portal, you can open the API and see its developer view. You can also try out the API, review its payload, and request access to it. Access requests are sent to an organization's catalog administrator. Another feature that you enable in the OCI console is Oracle Managed Disaster Recovery. Take advantage of easy setup, automatic data synchronization, and a common regionless URL. Data synchronization between primary and secondary instances occurs automatically in near real time to minimize data loss. Provisioning Oracle Managed Disaster Recovery is as easy as it can be. All you need to do is toggle a button. Initiating a failover takes just 1 click, so customers can quickly recover from natural or human-made disasters and receive the business continuity that they expect from Oracle. Let's do a quick recap. The top 3 takeaways are enhanced API management, a new API catalog service, and enhanced disaster recovery managed by Oracle. Let's do a quick recap of this demo. Our demo illustrated that Oracle integration is a robust business automation platform with a comprehensive portfolio of integration and automation capabilities, enabling you to connect apps and data, automate business processes, and innovate with AI.